Good day, class. This video is on measures of central tendency. That's mean, median, and mode. And then we also are going to have range in there. The mean is the one we know the most. The mean is what we think of as our average. Okay, so that's what we do with grades. We average your grades. Okay, this is the one that we use the most. Okay, it is the sum of all the data divided by the number of values in your data. Okay, so if you had like 4 pieces of data, like 4 tests, you would divide by 4. You'd add up all your tests and divide by 4. Your median is your middle number. Okay, now it's the middle number when in order. They have to be in order. Okay, in order to find out what the median is. Okay, it's like the median of the road. It's in the middle of the road. You have to have it in order. And sometimes there's 2 medians and you're going to have to average those. The mode is the number that occurs the most. Okay, there could be no mode. Okay, there could be no number that repeats. Then we would just put none as our mode. Okay, you never put 0 because 0 could actually be a number in the list. Okay, there can also be more than one mode. You could have 2 or 3 modes. Okay, the range, okay, is your highest value minus your lowest. Okay, so if you had a test grade, a high test grade of 90 and a low test grade of 80, your range is 10, 90 minus 80. All right, let's find the mean, median, mode, and range of a set of data. Just like frequency tables and histograms, you always put your numbers in order. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. All right, so there they are in order. Okay, and we are going to find the mean, the median, the mode, and the range of the set of data. The mean, remember, is the sum of all the numbers. So if I add 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9, I get 41. Okay, and that is going to be divided by the number of values in my set. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 7 values. So I'm going to take 41 divided by 7, and I get 5.86. I'm going to round to the nearest tenth. So 5.86. Okay, so that's my mean. Okay, my median is my middle number. Okay, so we have 7 pieces of data. So I have a middle number. The middle number is the one that's in the very center. So there's 3 numbers to the left and 3 numbers to the right. So my median is 6. Okay, my mode is the number that occurs more than any other number, and that would be 4. Okay, and my range is going to be my highest, which is 9, minus my lowest, which is 3, so my range is 6. Okay, all right, here's our next group of numbers. The orange are the original numbers, the white ones I went ahead and put them in order. Okay, so again, we're going to find the mean, median, mode, and range. Okay, so for my mean, I'm going to add up all my numbers, okay, with the sum, and I get 41. Okay, and then I'm going to divide by how many numbers I have, and I have 6 numbers. So 41 divided by 6 is 6.83. Now you notice that number, and we should have talked about it before, but 6 is the mean. Okay, it's in the middle. Okay, now if I look at 6 and look at my data, it's not a number directly in the middle, but it is an average. Okay, so the number that you get as the mean has to be between your highest and lowest number. So if I were to find the mean and get 15 here, I know I did something wrong, okay, because 15 isn't even in the data. Right? So your mean has to be a number that would be between 4 and 13. Okay. All right, our median is the middle number. Now here we have 6 numbers, so I don't have a number directly in the middle. Okay. But I do have 2 numbers that are in the middle. I have 9 and 10. Okay, those are my middle 2 numbers. When you have 2 numbers that are in the middle, you have to find the average of those 2 numbers. Okay, so I'm going to take 9 plus 10 and then divide by 2 because there's 2 numbers. So 9 plus 10 is 19 divided by 2. And I am going to get 9.5. Now some of you guys can tell that between 9 and 10 the middle number is 9.5, and that's fine. Okay. Mode. Is there a number that occurs more than any other number? Okay. And the answer is no. So there's none. Or you could put no mode. Okay. The range is your highest. My highest number is 13. Subtract my lowest, which is 4, and I get 9. So the range of my data is 9. Okay. Alright, here's our last one. This is the toughest problem, okay? So you might have to watch this slide more than once, okay? I will tell you there is one like this on your test, but this is probably one of the harder problems. Okay, the reason is we're going to find a data value. So now I know the average, but I need to know what one of the values are in the data. So let's say we have test scores of 80, 93, and 91. And you want to know what grade you would need on your next test to have an average of 80. So right now I have 3 grades, okay? But I have one more test coming up. So I have a total of 4 grades here. Okay? And I want an average of 90. So I went ahead and put 90 because when I take the sum and divide by 4, I have to get 90. Right? So I have 4 tests again. All right, I know 3 of the tests. One's 80, one's 93, one's 91. Now that 4th test, I do not know what the score will be. I need to find that out. So if we don't know something, we always use a variable. In this case, we're going to use x. Okay? It's the same formula as the previous slide, except now my missing number is one of my values in my data. All right? So we're going to follow order of operations. We need to solve for x, but before we do that, we need to add, okay, everything in the numerator. And I get 264 plus x, don't forget your x, divided by 4 equals 90. Okay, now I want to solve for the x, so I got to get rid of my denominator first. So I'm going to multiply by 4, and if I do something to one side, I have to do the other. Those 4's cancel, and I have 264 plus x equals 90 times 4 is 360. Okay, we're still solving for x, so I need to subtract 264 from both sides. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and write this up here. Okay, when I subtract 360 minus 264, I get 96. So on the test coming up, I would have to have a 96 on that test to have an average of 90% on the 4 tests. Okay. Again, you might want to watch that slide again. That is a tougher concept. There will be a problem like that on the test, and we will do some more in class, but you need to come with a really good idea on how to do this problem. Okay? All right, have a great day.